Welcome back to Casual EDH. My name is Chris, and today, before anything else, please go down to the comments and let me know when I get my 10 completed bundles next month. Should I do one video where I open all 10 completed booster packs, or should I do 10 separate videos where I open one pack each? Thank you, and let's move on. So this is going to be the monthly update for February. Normally, or at least the last couple months, I've been rolling mail time into that, but unfortunately, I don't have any mail this month. I did not buy any product of new Phyrexia because I do have complete bundles coming in next month. I put a lot into that, which I'll talk about. And I also was on a 2-week vacation, and that took a lot of my money. So keep in mind that not everything in the world is about Magic, so definitely treat yourself to other things too. I really enjoyed my vacation. I do not regret that money. I do still need to pick up some Phyrexia collector's boxes though. So then what am I going to talk about today? Well, I am going to talk about the shorts. So you'll see that this month that I did some crack packs where I did some shorts where I just opened up like one Dominaria Mastered pack and then it was kind of lower quality. Those have been doing all right. I do think that they've kind of siphoned away views from my more intentionally done shorts and videos. So I'm not sure that's something I'm going to continue the way it has been, but I do want to continue doing it because there is a place for it. I definitely got some subscribers from it, so I think there is room for it. I just might need to change up how that works. So going forward, you might still see those, but they're going to be different. All right, so moving on to the completed bundles. So I'm recording this on the 22nd. And I just saw a bunch of videos blow up my feed about how a lot of LGSs are canceling their pre-orders for the bundles. I'm not surprised. I was kind of expecting the distribution on these was going to be kind of low, especially with Amazon pre-orders. And then basically, people were asking for a lot of money. So I think a lot of the older pre-orders were being canceled, the ones that for lower prices. Whether that's to increase the price or for the store to do openings, or just because they found out their allocation was lower than expected, so they're going to cancel the ones that they're going to get the least amount of money from. I'm not sure, but I am very happy to say that my pre-orders were not canceled. I do pre-order from Amazon, and I'll talk about why. So for sealed product, I do pre-order from Amazon. I do like to give my LGS money. But the thing with Amazon is because now they're basically acting as a distributor for Wizards of the Coast, they are less likely to cancel your pre-orders, and that's something that I've been seeing a lot with the LGSs, and I'm just sorry to say that if I'm going to put my money into something, I want to make sure I get it. I also want to make sure that I don't buy at a lower price and then get it canceled and have to reorder at a higher price. I've had that happen with a couple of products, and I hate that. So I do pre-order on Amazon. Maybe I feel a little guilty about that, but I do also give my LGS plenty of money, so don't worry about that. One of the reasons why I pre-order on Amazon is because you can pre-order basically anytime after they've announced the product. I actually pre-ordered my bundles before they announced what the oil slick cards are going to be. I think I actually pre-ordered them before spoiler season, I think I pre-ordered them when Elish Norn was spoiled, because she was like the super teaser. But yeah, nothing else had been announced, so I was able to get them for $80. I got 10 of them. And what I did is I spread out the pre-order over 5 purchases. That way, if I decide later on to cancel any of them, I can cancel them in groups of 2, which is a trick that I'd recommend, because Amazon is an all or nothing on your order. You can't be like, I'm going to order 10 of this, but then later on I want to cancel 5 of this. They'd be like, you have to cancel the entire order. So it's better to split out your orders if you think you might end up having to cancel. They do allow you to cancel anytime before shipment. They do not charge you until the shipment. And they do offer a pre-order price guarantee. And you'll probably see some photos up here that I took screenshots of that kind of information. It really is just the safest way to pre-order right now. Maybe once Wizards of the Coast gets their act together, and maybe once they start treating distributors better, that can change. But for now, I do recommend, if you're going to pre-order a sealed product, do it from Amazon. I also just don't recommend pre-ordering single cards either. Usually the cards prices tank after release, and it's better just to buy them after release. So in general, the pre-order is kind of messy, but I do recommend pre-ordering on Amazon. So now, with everything that's being canceled, people are asking, hey, my order got canceled. What do I do? Should I go reorder at the new prices from these other people? And the answer is maybe. You need to do kind of like a cost analysis, because right now the pre-orders for the bundles are about $140. The actual product price is supposed to be about 80, so right now that's a very large markup. So you got to kind of do a cost analysis, see if it's worth it to buy it at the markup. And so to help with that, I'm going to show some stuff on the screen here. The first thing you got to realize is, first thing you got to take into account is the contents of the pack. Everyone's looking at the pack as if it's just the 2 Oil Slick Mythics, and it's not. It does come with 12 set booster packs. So right now, the set booster boxes are about $120. There's 30 packs in a box. So you're figuring about $4 a pack if you buy a box. So if we continue with that math, your 12 set boosters that are in that complete bundle are going to be worth about $48. So whatever price you're paying for it, say you're paying $140, subtract 48, because that's your set boosters. So now you're down to like $92. Right now, the lands are pre-selling for between 5 and 12. I do think those prices are somewhat unrealistic. I do expect them to go down. When I look at those prices, I'm just going to assume that each land's going to be worth about $2 once all the dust settles. Now, for the swamps and the islands, the swamps and the plains, which are currently the highest pre-ordering ones, that might be a little bit different. They might be 4 to 5. But just to be safe, I'm going to do worst case scenario and say that they tank to 2 as well. So if you assume 10 Oil Slick basic lands at about $2 a piece, you're looking at about 20. So now you're looking at $72 for the rest of the stuff. That's your Oil Slick Mythics as well as your Phyrexian Arena and your other basic lands. The other basic lands, may put them at $1 a piece if you're feeling good. There's been so many specialty versions of lands lately that they don't tend to hold that price anymore. I'd even say maybe 50 cents. So if you're getting 40 full art basic lands, about 50 cents a piece, that might end up being about 20 bucks. Now we're down to about 52. The Phyrexian Arena. It's very interesting that it is a Phyrexian text foil. It is unique to the product, which is good. Right now, they're pre-ordering for about $10, 10 to 12. There aren't very many sales for them, and a Phyrexian Arena is widely available. So I think that the market for them is still going to be a little soft. I'm going to put that personally like $5, at least for the time being. I'm probably going to hold on to mine for a couple of years and see if I can get them back up to 10 or even more. But if you're doing like an immediate cost analysis, assume about 5. Again, that's worst case scenario. Maybe they hold at 10 and you're just going to do better. And that's the real thing about all this, is always assume worst case scenario, because if it's better, it's better. If it's not, then at least, you did your math, in the worst case scenario. So if we assume that it's going to be like $5, then now we're down to about $47 worth of value you have to get out of your $140 booster box. So then we go to the Oil Slick Mythics. If you look at the 8 lowest priced ones, they're doing between like 40 and 80, I think, as far as their pre-order market value. I do expect that once they are available, once these things are getting cracked, because that these are going to get cracked very heavily when they come out, that their prices are going to tank. That always happens. That's just how Magic works. Pre-order prices are always significantly higher than what the card is going to be when it comes out after it's available, unless it's a meta-shifting card, like Atraxa. Atraxa came out very low, and it's gone up because it's been breaking formats. So with the exceptions of cards like that, they're just going to tank after they get released, at least for a little bit. So I'm going to assume that all the cards are going to be about a third of whatever their pre-order value is, just to be safe. I even kind of want to go down to a quarter, but we're going to say a third. So if you assume that you get the 2 worst mythics, which are pre-ordering right now about 40, 50, you do about a third of that, you're looking at about 30, 40 bucks. So then you're looking at, of the $47 remaining of your investment at $140, if you get the 2 worst mythics, you're going to be about $7 in the negative, once you can actually sell them. So the question is, does that make it worthwhile to buy? Well, we just looked at all the worst case scenarios, and there's nothing that says you can't get that Elesh Norn, who's still probably going to be worth about as much as the booster box, because those higher end cards are going to go down a lot less than the lower end cards. So statistically, the worst you can do is near break even, and then there's a fair chance you're going to go above the break even. So I think if you are a gambler, this is a low risk right now. I mean, don't take a financial advice from me. I'm just telling you how to think about this for yourself. But I think that 140 is kind of like a break even. I don't think if you're going to lose money, you're probably not going to lose too much. If you gain money, you might not gain too much. I do think that if you really wanted to make money, you need to get in at the $80 floor, or even 100 when they were 100. So I do think that the chance for large money, except for like lotto ticket winnings, is gone. But for general, you want some cards from it, you're probably going to be able to break even with what you get. But again, not financial advice. I'm just trying to talk you through how you can look at this as far as like your threat assessment for gains or losses here. To me, I think I would probably still buy them at 140. I feel comfortable with the 10 that I bought though, and I feel very comfortable with the price I paid for them, so I'm not going to buy anymore. But for those of you who are looking to buy more, maybe you do. So yeah, this is this was supposed to be my channel update video for the month. It really kind of turned more into complete bundles and threat assessment for that kind of thing. Also, my idea on pre-orders. So hopefully this information has helped someone. Let me know below if it has or hasn't, or what your own opinions are, or what you look for threat assessment. It's always good to kind of hone your edge when you're talking about financial things. So I like to hear other people's input about how they do assessment on these types of things, because maybe I can just add it into my own. But that said, I've talked long enough. Thank you so much for being here. Have a good one.